Hello again, it's me, Erin Brindley, the co-artistic director and chef of Nordo in Seattle, and I'm here once again in my own home kitchen because this is where we have to be for the foreseeable future with the COVID-19 situation happening out there. So I have had some requests to just do a kind of like a back to the basics cooking video. After you guys saw my rainbow unicorn noodles one, I had a lot of questions. What about me? What am I supposed to cook in my house that's not magic rainbow unicorn noodles? So here we are. Today we're just gonna do like the most basic, simple roast chicken, which you can absolutely do in your house. And this really easiest thing you can do. But before I get to that, I have some thank yous for people who've given donations to Nordo to make sure that we're able to open our doors and do our cool brand of immersive dining theatrical events that we do here. That's what we really do, not this. And some of you have been so generous to make sure that our doors can open when we are able to safely for you and for our employees. So first off, we'd like to thank Whiskey Bear and David Fendel and Heather Sherman and Carol Kemp, Malika and Kevin Hinshaw, thank you so much. MLG, Sarah Kantopoulos and Volker Metten, Kristen Utzio, ZNG. You're not gonna like this video because you're vegetarians, but you gave another donation today and we're so grateful to you, so I'll make sure I add you to another video later as well. Also, Jay Athali. So if you haven't heard your name today, don't worry, I'll be doing more videos and saying more names, and please, more information is at cafenordo.com if you're interested. Meanwhile, let's get to the chicken. All right, so the first thing I've done here is just cut up some vegetables. Pretty much any old vegetables that are kind of hearty and robust will work. So you don't want to do spinach and peas, but this is a parsnip. That's kind of like a carroty potato thing. I love them. That's why I put them in. I peel them and then I just kind of cut them. Here's potatoes. This is carrot. Actually, that's sweet potato. Sorry. Carrot. Put some onions in there. You don't want to miss the onions for sure. I got a mushroom in there, some mushroom, and some big hunks of garlic. And oh, peppers. So, like I say, any and all of those. I wouldn't skip the garlic and the onions, but you could. They're really tasty though. So basically what we're gonna do is we're gonna create a bed for our chicken of all these vegetables, and they're just gonna be laying out there simply, and they're gonna create a nice little nest for our bird, and then all of her juicy goodness is gonna help cook these vegetables perfectly. So this is just vegetables cut up about the same size, you know, nice bite-sized once they're cooked, and I'm just gonna add in some olive oil and give it a toss with my tongs that God gave me to kind of coat all of these nice and evenly with the olive oil. And we want to toss it with olive oil before we add the salt so that the salt sticks. And then I'm just gonna wet my hands down. Should have had a towel handy, but paper towels will do. And then here we go, just a nice helping of salt. Don't be shy. This is what makes food in restaurants taste good. There's a lot of salt. So once that's there, go back to the tongs that God gave you. Give it a nice little toss. Just like that, easy peasy. And grab your sheet panel work, roasting panel work. Oh, I should tell you that my oven is coming up to temperature to 475. So get that oven preheated at 475, and then we're just gonna create our little chicken bed. So this is a lot of vegetables. Just do as many as your pan allows. You kind of want them to be just about one layer, not too much more. So see how those are all kind of nice and about the same size, and that's just gonna be our lovely vegetable base that we're gonna put our chicken on. So that is that, and we'll put that aside, and then we'll start working on our chicken. And she is right here. So here's our chicken. I got this from the market. So Pike Place Market is open, the food shops anyway. So this is from the butcher down there. And actually all of our produce is from Frank's. Beautiful produce. We actually use them for our wholesale at Nordo. They just get the best, most local stuff in. I love them. So get down to the market if you have a chance with your mask on, be safe, and get your food down there. Local people making local stuff. And we're in spring. So here's our chicken. I have rinsed her off, given her a little pat down, and now we're gonna make her delicious. So the first thing we're gonna do is check the cavity. So if she's got the little bag of giblets that come on a store-bought chicken, just put those off to the side. If you wanna make stock, I'm gonna make another video next about what to do with the chicken bones and how to turn them into stock. You'll want the neck for the stock. The rest of it you can just toss. Or just toss the whole thing if you're not interested in making stock. So we're gonna open up her cavity, and I've got a little separate salt container here so that my chickeny hands don't get everywhere. And nice salting on the cavity. I'm gonna put this is like 4 cloves of garlic. So I don't stuff my chicken with bread or potatoes or anything that I want to eat. I just do aromatics. Mostly because it's just hard to get everything cooked right in there. It slows down the cooking process for the chicken, and really we just want flavor bombs in there. So here's some lemons, and I'm gonna smush some rosemary in there too. Boop-a-doo. And why not? I'm just gonna throw some butter in there too. Never hurt anybody. Don't let them lie to you. So there's some butter, there's some rosemary, there's some lemon, all in there. And now I'm gonna salt the outside. Be generous. Like I say, it is what makes things taste good. Salt just increases the flavor of chicken. Right. Now this is the sort of tricky part. It's not tricky, it's super easy, but it's the intimidating part. We're trussing the chicken. Why do we do this? Here's why. If she's all higgly-piggly like this, then her legs are gonna cook at a certain rate, and her wings are gonna cook really fast because they're out there all by themselves and they're little. So our goal is to snuggle her all in to a tidy little package so that she cooks all at the same temperature, or all at the same time. So this is just gonna make a more even, beautiful cook on our chicken. Oh my gosh, I almost forgot to put the butter on the skin. Don't forget this part. So again, optional, you could do this with olive oil. You could not do this at all. I find it gives you a crispier and more delicious skin if you just smush some butter all over there. And like I say, it's just nice to use your hands for these kinds of things. They're the right man for the job. The right digit for the job. So yeah, just smushing. So what happened is I did that after the salt, and it got a little moist because the salt likes to pull some moisture out. So we're just gonna end up with a little extra. It's not gonna hurt anything at all. Put a little on the legs here. Yeah, there we go. That's gonna help us get that color and that crisp on that yummy skin. Best part. All right, just gonna rinse through my hands real quick. So I try and be really careful about cross-contamination here, so really make sure you pay attention, just like COVID, that you're pay attention to what surfaces you might come in contact with chickeny fingers. All right, now back to the trussing. Okay, so here's my nice long piece of kitchen string. It's probably more than I need, but it's nicer to work with less than more than less. So we're just gonna go right behind her breast here. Don't worry about the legs yet. And then we're gonna tie up her little knobby knees. I go under and then I go over like that. And then I just do a shoe knot. Just like that. So that's all nice. And then we can just take this wing and just tuck it right under there. And I like to kind of tuck the points of it under her thigh there, just because those are a part that kind of has a tendency to get a little burny. So see, there we go. She is our nice little tidy chicken. And she's ready to go in the oven. So I'm just gonna plunk her right on top of that sheet pan of vegetables, and then we'll put her in. And I'm gonna put her in at 475 for the first 20 minutes, and then I'm gonna turn it down to 400. And this is where your oven temperature will make a difference. So after about 40 minutes at 400, I'll start checking her with a thermometer. Pro chefs use a thermometer. There's all this like, just wait till the liquid runs clear or whatever. There's nothing more of a bummer than cutting into your chicken and finding out that it's underdone. Plus, you just can't eat it. And then overdone chicken, that's why people don't like chicken, because it's so dry. So anyway, we're gonna use a thermometer when the time comes. For right now, we're gonna go in the oven, 475, 20 minutes, crank her down to 400 after that for another 40. And then we'll see you then. Whoop. Where she goes in the oven, by the way, we'll put that rack just a little bit under the middle spot. Does that make sense? So just under the middle, we'll make sure that rack is stabled there. I'm just gonna wash my hands before I open that oven. Okay, so she's all ready to go in at 475. I'm gonna put her in on a rack that's just set underneath the center of the oven. So she's a little bit lower, and hopefully nothing to clonk her head on. Here she goes. See you in a few. Look at our beautiful brown bird. We're gonna check her temperature, see if she's ready to go. So I have a convection oven, which means it cooks faster. The air goes all around. So she's actually only been in for 20 minutes at 475 and another 25 at 400, but she's looking awfully done. So I'm going to check with the thermometer where she's at. And so I'm going right in the breast, which is a thick part. Ethel's helping me down here. Hello, Ethel. And we're going up to, we're looking for 160 is what we're looking for. Yeah, that's good. And then I'm also gonna go, and I'll swivel it around so you can see, I'm gonna go into the fatty part of the thigh. That's another part that's kind of like the last to reach its peak. So we're gonna go in right there. Boop. Ordinarily, I do this on my own side, but I want you to see where I'm putting it. Yeah. Good. So we're gonna let her rest for like 10 minutes. All right, so we have beautiful vegetables that are all drenched in chickeny business. And I'm just going to take the string off of her, and then we'll just plop her right on there. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Look how beautiful that is. So stay tuned. I think the next video will be a fun, creative video about Curiouser and Curiouser menu, and then after that I'll post a video about what to do with all the bones and how to turn it into stock and turn that stock into soup, etc., etc. So thank you for being here, and cook, go, make a chicken. And I hope you all are staying healthy and well. See you soon. You made it. Thank you so much for watching. I'm here to tell you a little bit about Nordo. We are a nonprofit arts organization based in Seattle, Washington, dedicated to bringing you an intimate theatrical experience that weaves in imaginative cuisine and live original music. If you're watching during the COVID-19 crisis and you want to make sure our doors are open when all this is over so you can come and experience one of our incredible events, please consider donating. You can find more information and a link to donate at cafenordo.com. Stay in, stay well, and stay inspired. Thank you.